Today, let me give you 8 signs she's only after your money. Now, some signs are waving flags, visible for the whole world to see, while others are subtle and indeed wrapped in love. Take this video as all the confirmation you need about an already dire situation. Welcome back. Jessica OS here. So how do you know for sure if a woman is only after your money? If you ask me, there are some really big telltale signs, and all you have to do is pay attention to this video. The first one I'd like to highlight is materialistic focus. What does it mean? Now, when a woman has a materialistic focus, her attention and interest predominantly revolves around a man's financial status, his possessions, his lifestyle. This interest can manifest in different ways, overshadowing the more personal and emotional aspects of the relationship. Conversations with her often steer towards topics about money, such as inquiries about his salary, investments, the kind of car he drives, how many he has, the value of his home, assets. Now, she may express overt admiration for luxury brands, expensive hobbies, or upscale living. Here's another thing to be mindful of while we're on the subject. She tends to evaluate people, including the man she's with, based on their financial wealth rather than their character, achievements, or personal qualities. This can be observed in how she talks about others, emphasizing their material success over other attributes. For instance, she often expresses a desire to lead a luxurious lifestyle and shows keen interest in celebrities, social media influencers, and others who flaunt their wealth on social media. This can include a preoccupation with luxury brands, upscale events, and an overall lifestyle that is financially extravagant. She shows little genuine interest in your personal stories, feelings, career ambitions, unless they're financially lucrative, hobbies, or other aspects of your life that don't involve material gain. Her disengagement becomes apparent in these conversations. They may be a tendency to compare your material possessions or lifestyle with that of others, often pushing you to aim for more expensive or luxurious items or experiences to keep up with her own expectations from you. Number 2 is financial dependency. I'll break that down. Now, financial dependency in a relationship can be a significant concern, especially if it appears to be one-sided. When a woman exhibits financial dependency, she relies excessively on you, the man, for her financial needs without making any contribution whatsoever. There's also a general lack of effort towards achieving financial independence on her own. This can be seen in her not pursuing a stable income, not seeking a steady job or job opportunities, or making efforts to manage her finances effectively. She may frequently ask you for money, either subtly or directly. These requests could range from small amounts for daily expenses to larger sums for significant purchases to cover her debt. She expects you to pay for all and almost all bills, rent, utilities, groceries, living expenses, even if she has the means to do it herself. Now, this expectation might extend to assuming that you will take care of her financial obligations without discussion. During activities like dining out, traveling, entertainment, she shows reluctance to pay her share or even offer to pay when assuming or insisting that you should cover all the costs. This behavior is particularly noticeable if she otherwise appears capable of contributing financially. Her lifestyle choices, such as frequent dining at expensive restaurants, preference for high-end products, or desire for luxury vacations, may not align with her personal income, suggesting that she needs to rely on that man to maintain that lifestyle, and in this case, you. She avoids taking responsibility for her own financial commitments, relying on you to shoulder the burden. This could include ignoring her debts, not budgeting her expenses responsibly, or making financial decisions without considering the consequences. And I could go on and on. Number 3 is being secretive about her finances. So when a woman is highly interested in a man's financial situation, but remains secretive or vague about her own finances, it can be a concerning sign. This behavior can manifest in various ways, like her lack of openness about income, expenses. She avoids discussing her income, whether it's from a job, investments, or other sources. When asked about her experiences or financial obligations, she may be evasive, offering vague or sometimes inconsistent explanations. Even in a committed relationship where financial transparency is important, she's reluctant to share any details about her bank accounts, credit status, financial commitments. While she shows a keen interest, however, in understanding yours and will ask detailed questions about how much you earn, you save, how much you spend, but she doesn't want to reciprocate that same openness that she's asking of you. She may even be hesitant to engage in discussions about joint financial planning, such as, let's say, saving for a shared goal, because it will require that she reveals a lot more about herself than she's willing to. Number 4 is expensive tastes. Oh, yeah. When a woman demonstrates expensive tastes in a relationship, especially in a way that seems disproportionate to the relationship stage or her financial capacity, it's always a red flag. Guys, I'm not saying if she has expensive tastes in itself, there's a problem. But I am saying that in a relationship context, it becomes concerning when these tastes lead to unreasonable expectations, financial strain, or a focus on material things over emotional connection. Now, if you're seeing the kind of woman who frequently suggests or insists on dining in top scale restaurants, right? Staying in luxury hotels, participating in costly leisure activities, regardless of whether they align with your financial comfort zone or not, there is a problem. I mean, even if she wants gifts, her expectation for gifts are consistently high end. She may express a desire for luxury items, designer clothes, jewelry, high-tech gadgets, I mean, you name it, and could judge the relationship's quality based on the lavishness of those gifts. If you give gifts or plan outings that are thoughtful and not extravagantly priced, she'll be so disappointed, right? Indicating that the monetary value of the gift or experience is more important to her than the sentiment. She might frequently purchase designer items or engage in expensive hobbies, even though her known income sources do not seem to support the expenditures. And the saddest part is she'll exert pressure on you to maintain her high-end standard of living, regardless of the financial implications for you. She might expect you to prioritize financing her expensive tastes over your own financial goals or responsibilities. If any of these sound familiar, please run for your life. Number 5 is the rapid progression of the relationship. Now, when a relationship's progression seems driven more by financial considerations than affection, respect, it can be a cause for concern. It's a red flag. Now, while quick advancements in a relationship in itself isn't a problem, it's a red flag if it seems primarily motivated by financial benefits. For example, she may express a strong desire to move in quickly with you, often justifying it as a way to save money, share expenses, or enjoy a more luxurious living arrangement than she could afford on her own. Conversations about engagement or marriage may arise unusually early in the relationship. You guys just met, but she wants to get married already. The primary motivation for advancing the relationship appears to be for financial gain or relief. All her conversations and plans seem to be more about practicalities and finances than about love, compatibility, and shared values. She may show interest in or dismiss the idea of a gradual relationship development, taking your time. Right? Take your time to understand each other, experience different situations together, make informed decisions. In her mind, it's marriage or nothing. You met her in under 6 months and she already wants a ring. Be careful. Number 6 is lack of reciprocity. Now, in a balanced and healthy relationship, both of you typically share responsibilities, right? And the pleasures of paying for dates, gifts, other expenses. But in this situation, the woman consistently expects you to cover all costs without ever contributing. She rarely, if ever, offers to pay for dates, outings, etc. The expectation seems to be that you always handle these expenses, regardless of the context or the cost. Even in situations where it could be customary or fair to split costs or take turns paying, she simply refuses to contribute. Even when you make significant efforts, such as paying for a high-cost item or a trip, she may show limited appreciation or take it for granted, seeing it as your responsibility rather than you being generous and it being a generous gesture. The 7th thing is avoidance of emotional investment. Now, when a woman avoids emotional investment in a relationship, it means she shows little interest in your personal life, your feelings, your challenges, and there's a noticeable lack of emotional depth in her interactions with you. Now, this behavior can manifest in the following ways. Her conversations with you are always surface level, right? She focuses on impersonal topics. She avoids engaging in deep, meaningful discussions that would require like emotional openness or vulnerability. She shows little curiosity or concern for your personal interests, your passions, family, friends, hobbies, you name it. Her engagement in these topics are often perfunctory or entirely absent unless there's a monetary or materialistic aspect of it that she stands to gain. You catch my drift. She will prioritize other interests, activities, or social engagements over spending emotionally meaningful time with you. Her responses to your emotional needs may be indifferent, dismissive, minimally comforting. She may be enthusiastic about dates or activities that involve spending money, but indifferent about spending quiet, quality time with you. Even after spending a significant amount of time together, she might have limited knowledge or understanding of your inner world, including your feelings, your aspirations, your goals, your personal struggles. I mean, there's a complete and total disconnect. Really, what do you need from such a woman? Number 8, anger or irritation over financial issues. Now, when a woman consistently reacts with anger, irritation, or coldness to discussions about financial limits or constraints, it's a red flag. Guys, listen, if she shows visible frustration or disappointment when you say that you can't afford something, whether it's a luxury item or an expensive trip or an upscale dining experience, she's not the one for you. Listen, in some cases, she'll even use emotional manipulation, such as guilt-tripping you or anger, to influence your financial decisions, pushing you to spend beyond your means. This behavior suggests a possible imbalance in her priorities, where financial and material aspects are given undue importance over your relationship's well-being and your partner's financial health. Now, avoid being with such a woman at all costs, if you ask me. In conclusion, it's important to remember that these signs I've shared in this video, all those strong indicators, are not definitive proof of your woman's intentions and should be considered in the context of the overall relationship, right? Each relationship is unique. And open and honest communication is key to understanding each other's perspectives and intentions. When in doubt, simply express your reservations clearly and allow her to have that chance to explain herself. Based on the answers you receive, you can make your own judgment of what's really going on. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, you know what to do. Smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on all notifications so you get notified every single time I post. My name is Jessica. I will catch you definitely in the next video. Cheers.